Hi, this is Nancy Rizzuti for the Gagootz Show, MadhouseTV.com, and we are here in East Islip at a wonderful restaurant called the Beech Tree Cafe. And they're having a comedy show here this evening, and the headliner for the comedy show is right here with me, Goumba Johnny. And you may know him from his many credits of radio, TV, movies, soap operas. I mean, we can go on and on and on. The man has been everywhere and done everything, and he even was a free agent for the Jets and the Giants, which I'd love to hear about because I know our audience loves the sports, comics.
I graduated college and I went to State University of Rockport, which is interesting because half of Long Island goes there. But I'm from the Bronx, and when I got out of college, I signed a contract with the Jets, and then finally I signed a contract with the Giants. Just well before I even thought of becoming a comedian, radio personality. But
then you had an injury?
Well, there's two reasons why I didn't get a chance to play in the NFL. Number one, I wasn't good enough. And number two, I got hurt. But I had the opportunity to put both uniforms on. And, I got as far as I should have.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's great. And then,
I mean, it's a dream. You grow up to put on a Jet helmet or a Giant helmet. I got to put on both, so.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it made my dad happy.
Oh, who was a detective?
My father was a detective in the Bronx, too. And he was a diehard Giant fan. So he really got a big kick out of it.
That was great.
Yeah, it was good. It was, everything after college started off kind of normal.
And then and you moved to LA for a while?
I was in LA for a little bit, on and off. In '92, I sold a TV show to Terror Pictures, a game show, and I went out there to film the pilot. But the pilot never got picked up. But that was kind of my first experience with the whole television industry. So it was even though the show did not make it to air, there's some really, really valuable lessons that I took with me forward for the rest of my entertainment.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, when you came back to New York, did you do something with being a bodyguard for some?
No, that was earlier. That was after football. I did some bodyguarding, and then I got into the nightclub business, and then I got into radio. Just a host of other things. It's weird because I come from a family of cops and firemen, people who have done the same job for 25, 30 years in some cases. And my father asked me what I wanted to do for a living, and I never really had an answer for that. And my career has been very indicative of that. I haven't had an answer for anything. But I've done a lot of stuff. I've had a lot of great experiences, and I've had most of my success in the entertainment industry.
In soap operas?
I've been in a couple of soap operas. A couple of times I got to play myself when I was a radio personality, which was kind of odd. A couple of times I played a cab driver. What else?
Like Taxi?
Yeah, it was weird because I was a cab driver and the two soap stars were in the back and they were having a conversation. It's like, it was, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like anything else, I like to try different things, and when you switch fields, like now I'm really concentrating heavily on acting. So when I stopped working on radio after 16 years and got into acting, I started off on the bottom, and you have to pay your dues and whatnot, and so on and so forth. And now, after 2 years of doing the acting, I'm starting to make some progress.
So, do you have anything that's coming up that you're going to be acting in particular?
I'm in talks about a sitcom pilot. I would actually be with Vincent Pastore, you might know him as Big Pussy.
Yes.
On The Sopranos. Yeah.
Yes, you did a roast for him once.
I did a roast for him once, yeah, but this is, and oddly enough, we got paired up together. This is some type of boxing seminar, and we both recently met a coach, but nothing's been signed yet.
Oh, that would be awesome, though.
It would be great.
That would really be awesome. I mean, they miss him from not being on The Sopranos. And...
I grew up with him.
Did you really?
Yeah, when I was a bouncer in a bar many years ago, Vinny was the bartender.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I knew him. I know him forever. So it's funny, when I see people, people go crazy. People love Vinny.
Oh, he's like amazing.
People go crazy.
Yeah.
Even people who don't like him because you get to say big pussy. I just think just having the liberty of saying big pussy is enough reason to keep this guy around. You know what I mean? So it's not, you can say big pussy and not get slapped. This guy is served a purpose.
Yeah.
He left his mark. I mean, they'll be talking about big pussy 100 years from now. You know what I mean?
He's so awesome, so awesome.
Yeah. And he happens to be a really fun person, and a good friend. I can't say enough nice things about him.
Excellent. Now, what about stand-up? Are you going to be doing it often on Long Island?
Well, yeah. On Long Island it's a little rough because there's three guys that are really the three largest clubs, and I don't work for them for whatever reason. Or I shouldn't say I don't work for them. I don't work with them or whatever. But
I understand.
That being said, there are a lot of venues all throughout Long Island, a lot of comedy nights, and a lot of auditoriums. And, you can go out to Riverhead and you have the place in Huntington, the Paramount.
My son works at the Paramount.
Another place in Port Jeff. There's just so many comedy outlets out there. So there's always some place to work.
Well, when I know when you're going to work someplace else, I'm going to make sure that we let everybody know.
Well, I don't. This Beechtree.
Beechtree Cafe.
Cafe. It's kind of like.
It's a restaurant.
Let's put it this way: for East Islip, this is Las Vegas. This is like the entertainment capital of the world.
It is.
Right,
it is.
If you're ever in East Islip, stop at Beechtree.
Yes, you really should, because their food is wonderful.
If you have the money. If you don't have the money, don't stop.
Burger King.
But, yes, and they're opening up a Wendy's also.
This town?
Yeah, actually one town over in Iceland.
Really?
Where I'm from.
Are you cutting the ribbon?
I would like to. All right, so tonight you're going to be headlining here at the Beechtree Cafe, and we're going to try to tape a little bit of your performance and add it right into it.
I don't know if you want to do it.
You're going to be wonderful.
No.
You're going to be fantastic.
I don't know the legalities of that. I was going to do Stevie G's act tonight.
Oh, yeah? I'm going to interview him next.
I work with Stevie GB so often that when he does his act, I'm lip-syncing it. Could you believe that? He does a bit on News 12 that I go home and I repeat it to my wife. My wife goes, "It's not even your bit." I said, "I know, but I like it. It's better than my stuff. I like it. It's funny." So I don't think my stuff is funny.
I do.
It's so, comedians... comedians are weird like that. First of all, comedians are hard to laugh. They're hard. You very rarely see comedians laugh. When you make a comedian laugh, you really know that your joke is right on. Because they hear jokes all day long. They'll laugh at their own jokes. But for them to laugh at your joke is a really huge acknowledgement. You know what I mean? I guess like in porn, it's like a guy going to another guy going, "Hey, you're large." You're unusually large. Oh, thank you. Sort of like that. I know that's not a good graphic.
No, it is.
My mother. This is why my mother's not proud of me. What about yourself? What does your future look like for this show?
Well, it looks good.
Will it be canceled before I'm fired?
No. And not at all.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, I told people I was going to interview They were like, the guy from radio? I'm like, yeah, that's the guy. Really? He still lives on Long Island? They said, no, he didn't live on Long Island.
Oh, I did. I had a house out in East Hampton.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I just sold it this year.
Oh, really? Yeah. There you go. Some news reporter I am.
Well, I will say this. Everybody who's ever been on this show, all right, this show is a launching pad to Hollywood, Las Vegas, Letterman, Fallon, Kimmel, HBO, Showtime. Anyone who's been on this show, their career has skyrocketed, and they've never been heard again.
Thank you. I love this guy.